Peace, y'all. Jonny Fastlane here. So, Ebro and DJ Akademiks beef on Twitter, and Gunna shows off his new drip. Kylie Jenner helps out her boo Travis Scott, and DMX stars in a new movie. Let's talk hip-hop.
It's like pick a side on social media.
Alright, so this is stupid. So Ebro, he comes out, right, and he's like on Hot 97, he's talking about like Lil Nas X, right, and Old Town Road. And basically what he's saying is that he's kind of like backing up what Dave East said like last week when Dave East was like, oh, Old Town Road is corny, you know, it's whack with a cape on it, it's super whack, right? If y'all remember when Dave East said that, right? So Ebro was like, you know what? Dave East is a nigga from Harlem. He shouldn't like Old Town Road, and we need that. Hip hop culture needs Dave East not to like Old Town Road, right? So Akademiks responds, and he's basically like, oh wow, you know, it's funny how you, Ebro, are the one who's in charge of Beats One Radio. You in charge of Hot 97, selecting the songs that go on the radio, but you are forced to put Old Town Road on there even though you don't like it. That's basically what Akademiks said, because you got a boss and you work a 9 to 5, and if your boss says you got to play Old Town Road on the radio, then you got to play Old Town Road on Beats One Radio, which is on iTunes and Apple Music, and also Hot 97 here in New York, right? And so Ebro basically was like, listen, it's not that I don't like Old Town Road. You know, I think it's a cool song. I do think that it's a little parody, but he's like, it's a parody on purpose. He's like, it's corny on purpose. But he kind of basically Ebro kind of basically discredited Old Town Road, saying that, you know, it's just a whack ass little song and that it's not real hip hop, right? All of this is just crazy, right? Because again, right, why do you have to hate Old Town Road if you like, I don't know, let's say lyricists like Nas or a Dave East or, you know, a Noriega? Like, if you like lyricists, that doesn't mean that you have to hate Old Town Road. You can like both, you know what I'm saying? Like I was telling y'all before, I'm a huge hip-hop head, so where I listen to Nas and Dave East and Styles P or Jada Kiss or DMX, right? But I will also listen to Lil Yachty and Lil Baby and Lil Nas X, you know, or Lil Pump, you know what I'm saying? So I don't get why you have to like pick a side. It's like old niggas versus young niggas, you know what I'm saying? And it's getting really kind of crazy. So then Ebro, he tweeted out a video of Nipsey Hussle just talking about how corny DJ Akademiks was, right? So he's like, well, basically trying to let the public know, like, hey, since everybody loves Nipsey, if Nipsey didn't mess with Akademiks, then you shouldn't mess with Akademiks too, right? I think that's a little tasteless. You know, I think that you should let that man rest, right? And Nipsey Hussle and Akademiks, they did have their issues, right? Nipsey Hussle was supposed to go up to Everyday Struggle. He scheduled it and everything, right? He even showed up to the building of Everyday Struggle, right? That's when Joe Budden was still there, I think, right? And he came to the building, but then he left. He walked out before even sitting down with DJ Akademiks, Joe Budden, and Nadeska, right? And so Nadeska and Akademiks were just kind of sitting there that morning because they were supposed to have a special guest, Nipsey Hussle. They were just sitting there like with their mouths open like, wow, I can't believe like Nipsey Hussle really just walked out of the building, right? But that was like around the time when like Akademiks was hanging out hard with 6ix9ine. And 6ix9ine and YG were beefing. So, you know, Nipsey Hussle and YG, they're mad cool, even though YG's a blood and Nipsey Hussle is a Crip. So, you know, Nipsey Hussle just kind of declined to even sit down with an Akademiks at that point because it just didn't feel right to him, right? So, which is cool. Like, you have every, you know, right to say, okay, I want to do this interview or I don't want to do that interview, whatever the case may be. But I think like 3 weeks or something after that whole situation happened, Nipsey Hussle and Akademiks got on the phone, they talked it out, and they squashed whatever kind of issue that they had, right? Because Nipsey Hussle is a real nigga like that, right? So if I agree with you, it doesn't mean I'm gonna, if I disagree with you, it doesn't mean I'm gonna disagree with you for my whole damn life, you know? And obviously Nipsey Hussle ain't trying to fight Akademiks or nothing like that. So They sat, they talked about it, and they were cool after that. You know what I'm saying? They still didn't get to do an interview together, and maybe that would have happened in the future, you know, until, you know, what happened with Nipsey Hussle, right? So, you know, I do think that Ebro bringing that up is a little tasteless. I think that really and truly, he needs to let Nipsey Hussle rest, one, right? And then also, I think that what is the damn problem with Lil Nas X and Old Town Road? Like, I just don't get it, right? It's a cool song. It's a fire song. It's a catchy song. It's hip hop, you know, it has elements of country music, and that's cool, right? So hip hop is supposed to be, you know, open and free and welcoming everybody, right? So why is it that if you don't rap like Nas, if you don't rap like Styles P, then, you know, get your hip hop out of here? You know, what are you doing with hip hop? You know, to the point where little Ebro said that Lil Nas X had to be checked. Get this, checked for his song that he came out with, Old Town Road. So what you gonna do? You gonna roll up on Lil Nas X and be like, yo man, you made Old Town Road. What the fuck is up with that? What the fuck you think you doing making Old Town Road? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, he didn't say Ebro's a bitch in the song. Matter of fact, there's a couple people that say Ebro's a bitch in their songs, and it wasn't Lil Nas X. It was 6ix9ine and Kanye West. Hey, but you ain't saying that they need to be checked, right? So why does Lil Nas X need to be checked, right? Is he hurting hip hop? No. Is he perpetuating violence in his song? No. Okay, so Ebro had beef with 6ix9ine, right? The reason why Ebro didn't like 6ix9ine is because he said that 6ix9ine was glorifying gang culture and making it look like gang banging and being a blood is cool, right? And that's why he never had 6ix9ine on High 97. That's why he didn't have 6ix9ine at Summer Jam. So is Lil Nas X perpetuating gang culture? Is Lil Nas X glorifying gangs and making people think that joining the gang is cool? Is Lil Nas X hurting the community, saying that he's gonna take his horse to the Old Town Road and ride till he can't no more? No, right? So if you want to stand on your soapbox, Ebro, and you want to sit there and act like, yo, 6ix9ine is perpetuating gang culture and violence within the black community, so that's why I don't mess with him, I get it, because you're right. But then why are you mad at Lil Nas X when he doesn't perpetuate anything like that? As a matter of fact, he came out with a fun little ditty, right? It's hard for niggas to have fun. If a nigga want to have some fun with hip hop, you upset, right? For every Rakim, there's a Kid and Play. For every Cool Mo D, there's a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. For every Nas, there's a Young Jock. For every DMX, there's a Nelly. For every Biggie, there's a Mace, and we could go on and on and on and on two different sides of the coins. Some rappers, they are serious about their shit. Some rappers are like Young M.A., and they don't never smile, and they're dead ass serious about their shit, and they do not take their shit for no joke, and they want to be taken seriously, and that's cool. And then some rappers just love to have fun and party like a Lil Pump, and that's cool too. So let me be mad at this little nigga because he want to have fun, right? Let me be mad at this little nigga because he want to have fun with hip hop music, right? So, to the point where I'm so angry, I see this little kid having fun. It's like you're like fucking Squidward. You see SpongeBob and Patrick outside just hanging out and playing, and you like Squidward. You just so upset that you say that now they gotta be checked. I love Rick Ross. I love Rick Ross. You're like, why are you bringing up Rick Ross, right? I love Rick Ross, right? I listen to Rick Ross all the time, almost every damn day. I think Rick Ross has a dope-ass ear for music, and I think Rick Ross picks great beats, and he's nice on the mic, right? Well, why am I bringing up Rick Ross? Because Rick Ross is the one who rapped about bringing kilos and kilos and kilos and kilos upon kilos of cocaine into the black community, where there ain't no white people in the black community. He's bringing those keys so they could cook it in the crack so that your mom could smoke, your sister could smoke, your uncle could smoke, and turn the whole hood out for his own financial gain, right? Rick Ross had a whole album called Port of Miami. He's letting niggas know he's bringing tons of cocaine through the Port of Miami, right? But he don't gotta be checked though, right? It's so funny, the hypocrisy in this shit, right? And you sound like a fool. And the crazy thing is, like, I fucks with Ebro. You know what I'm saying? But right now, you sound like a huge hypocrite. And I'm gonna just keep it real and call it like I call it. I don't wanna disrespect nobody, but I do want to be real and keep it real and respectfully disagree. But you wilding right now, right? And so anyway, so y'all know I work on the Lord Jamar, the You Know What I Mean podcast with Lord Jamar and Rod Digger, right? And so last week we were talking about a Lil Nas X too, right? And so Rage, the fact checker, he asked Lord Jamar if Lil Nas X's feet should be held to the fire because of his contribution or lack thereof to hip hop. And Lord Jamar said,
I'm not gonna hold his feet to the fire if I don't hold other people's feet to the fire. Like there's other people online ahead of him that we have to hold their fucking feet that actually should know better.
And I dead ass agree, right? This is some kid having fun with hip hop. You're 19 years old and you ain't hurting nobody by coming out with a little catchy song. Maybe you'll be here a one-hit wonder. Maybe you'll be here forever. Who knows, right? But what we do know is that there are other people who are way more responsible and should know way more better than Lil Nas X. Let's not pick on this little kid just because we don't like his song. If you don't like his song, then that's fine, right? But don't pick on him and act like he's hurting the black community by coming out with Old Town Road, because he's absolutely not. You know who's hurting the black community? The nigga that acts like gangbanging is a sport. The nigga that acts like gangbanging is fun. The nigga that's like, yo, I put a 30 pack on a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? That ass B, you know what I'm saying? Those are the people making other young people think that it's cool to be a gang member and making other young people think it's cool to put in work for the set. You know what I'm saying? That's who's hurting the black community. Not Lil Nas X. Not at all, as a matter of fact. Let me know what y'all think about this. Yo, that's Gunna, right? Gunna is funny, man. He's from Atlanta, right? And Gunna really, like, he don't really even be like getting into like social media beef. He got dope ass music. He signed to YSL, right? So he signed to Young Thug's record label, right? Cool dude, right? Good music. He came out with that mixtape with Lil Baby, and both of them, Lil Baby and Gunna, are like dope in their own right. But this is about Gunna, right? So Gunna yesterday post up a picture on his Instagram. Yo, he was dripping too hard, you know what I'm saying? He got on the all blue type shit, you know what I'm saying? And he got the little, like, you know, Chanel bag that he bought, right? But it's not like a Chanel book bag or nothing like that. And I'm not sure if it looks like a purse, right? But like a merce, like a man purse, right? And I'm not sure if it's meant for women or men or whatever. But, you know, some rappers in today's hip hop, because you got to keep in mind that, you know, hip hop is different a little bit today, are like when they Liberace shit, you know what I'm saying? A lot of them are like real flamboyant. So I'm not even really saying that, you know, this or that or whatever, but the style and the fashion is that of a flamboyant type of nigga, right? And I guess it's fine. I don't care. Whatever the next man wears don't, you know, hurt me or mind me none. You wear your Chanel purse, I wear my gray hoodie, and, you know, I whatever, right? So Sauce Walker is like, not only Sauce Walker, but a lot of people on the internet, right, and on social media was like really making fun of Gunna for the bag. They're saying, oh, you got a purse and this and that. I even saw DJ Akademiks poke a little bit of fun at him, right? But all in fun, you know, nobody's like, oh, you know, they're not like calling him names and nothing like that, right? So, Sauce Walker is just basically saying like, bro, like he commented on it and he's like, that is not drip. So Sauce Walker is basically like, yo, this has gone too far, bro, right? And then Gunna responds, you know, basically telling him and the rest of the internet to shut up. Also, he's like, yo, I'll rock a $10,000 Chanel bag before I put little girl Bobos in my Because y'all know Sauce Walker be having like the braids coming down with the barrettes and the bobos in his hair. And he be like, dripping too much sauce, man. And his hair be all like straight up like a pimp, like a straight up pimp. Houston, H-Town, slab, slow, loud, and banging pimp type shit. You know what I'm saying? Dripping too much sauce, man. Looking like a pimp named Slipback from Boondocks, right? So it's all in fun, but Gunna basically is poking back. I think that Gunna kind of took it a little bit more because Sauce Walker always talks mad shit on the gram, right? But Gunna, who doesn't really like jump out there and really like exchange words with a bunch of dude on the internet, he's kind of like, I'm not feeling this. And he just basically was like, I'm gonna wear $10,000 bag before I put little bobos and barrettes in my head, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But it was all funny. Look, I don't give a damn if a nigga, if I'm chilling with Sauce Walker and he got bobos and barrettes in his hair, that's him. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm chilling with Gunna and he got a purse, then that's him. You know what I'm saying? I am not gonna wear a purse. I'm gonna wear a book bag. I'm gonna wear a bag on my back and I'm gonna have my shit in the bag. You know what I'm saying? I also won't put bobos and barrettes in my hair. But I got a baldy. I ain't got no hair, but I ain't putting you won't find a nigga with no bobos or barrettes in the beard either. You know what I'm saying? So it's funny, but let me know what y'all think about this. Yo, first I want to say that Kylie Jenner is beautiful. Like, pretty as hell. Like, I know she got on mad makeup. I know there's probably like digital photoshopped and blah blah blah. And I know that she got like facial surgery on her cheeks and her chin and her nose and everything like that. But I'm just saying, you gotta like, you can't hate and you gotta call it what it is, because currently the face that she has today is pretty as hell, right? So Kylie Jenner, right, is on her Instagram, right? And she premieres like this brand new makeup and she's showing her face and oh my God, look at my hair flowing. I'm looking all lovely. And in the background, or not in the background, and the song that's playing while she's doing this is a new Travis Scott song that's never been released. Brand new Travis Scott, he's about to drop this shit, right? And the song is fire too, right? Cool. So here's the thing, right? Travis Scott is using a whole cheat code right here, right? So the last, I think like 6 days ago, Kylie Jenner put another one of these videos out, but that video had no sound at all. Like, you click on the video, it says, this video has no sound, right? A week before that, she put a video out, another one that was like that too, and that video had no sound too, right? So typically Kylie Jenner does that. And she don't even put music in the background on her shit because she knows how powerful and how influential she is, right? She knows that if she puts any song in the background, whether it be Old Town Road or a Dave East song or a 6ix9ine song or a Travis Scott song, that's gonna get that song mad plays on YouTube, mad streams, all of that, right? So she never does it, right? She don't even put so much as a bell in the background going bing, 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 because niggas are gonna find out who bing, bing, bing that bell, and all of a sudden that the person who bing, bing, bing would have 1,000 more followers, right? So she did, however, though, yesterday put Travis Scott's song on the thing, right? That's her baby daddy, that's her husband, and I get it, right? But it's just so messed up because this is, people like to say, who is an industry plant, right? And the industry plant is like somebody who really doesn't have any real talent, but the record label finds them, and because they have such a big following, the record label gives them a hit song or a hit record, and then they blow up out of nowhere. So a lot of people are even saying that like Lil Nas X is an industry plant. But can you be an industry plant if you've already been in the industry for a little while? Like, yeah, Travis Scott is super talented, right? But this is unfair to like other rappers, and it's a huge cheat code, and it's sort of like a plant in the industry. Like, whatever song that she played in the background of her little makeup or whatever thing is gonna blow up, it's gonna go viral, it's gonna go 2, 3, 4 times platinum, right? If she played a Cardi B song, that could have helped out Cardi B. If she played an Offset song, that could have helped out Offset, right? Which is funny because I look at Offset and Travis Scott as being sort of like on the same level as far as hip hop goes, right? Maybe their music style is a little different, but I feel like they both have like kind of like the same fan base, Offset and Travis Scott. And I feel like they're both like around the same age, and they both kind of like on the same level as far as money and in the hip hop game, right? Where you have Offset, who has maybe like 11 million followers on Instagram, and you know, his wife Cardi B, who has like, I don't know, maybe 43 million followers on Instagram, which is a lot, right? And then you have Travis Scott, who has like 15 million followers on Instagram. But Kylie Jenner has 125 million followers on Instagram, right? So people who don't even know what Travis Scott looks like, they might have heard a Travis Scott song. They might have, you know, listened to Sicko Mode in their car, you know, I don't know, just somebody from the suburbs, somebody who's not really focused on hip hop specifically, unless it crosses over into hip pop, right? So you definitely know Drake. You listen to Sicko Mode in your car with Drake and Travis Scott, but you don't really know like Travis Scott's first mixtape. You don't know about the rodeo. You don't know about days before the rodeo. You don't know about Sloppy Toppy with him and the Migos from like back in 2013, 2014. You know what I'm saying? You don't know about the song Travis Scott got with Rich Homie Quan. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just kind of know the singles and everything like that. And that's cool. That's cool. Whatever you are into, that's what you into. But Kylie Jenner is now, because she's playing Travis Scott's music in the background, letting those people hear Travis Scott, get Travis Scott as an artist, you know, and helping out Travis Scott in return to get more fans, right? Do y'all think that this is fair? Like, and in all reality, what's Travis Scott supposed to say? No. Whatever you do, make sure that you do not play my song in the background on your Instagram video, because I do not want more sales. I want to grow organically. I do not want the cheat code. Come on. Who's actually going to do that when your wife is billionaire Kylie Jenner, right? Kylie Jenner went from being the little sister dating Tyga to being the richest Kardashian, right? Like, even richer than Kim, even richer than her mom, Kris Jenner, which is crazy, right? All behind this makeup. That's the same reason why Rihanna ain't coming out with music. She don't have to. With all this Fenty and Puma and stuff like that, Rihanna ain't got to step her foot in the studio no more. You know what I'm saying? But is it fair? You know, so it's kind of like Travis Scott's numbers may be a little inflated, right? And this is the whole reason why Nicki Minaj got mad at him over the summertime when he came out with his album a week before she came out with her album, and she was trying to go #1 in the country and just couldn't. She just was stuck at #2. She couldn't. And she was like, no, but for real and raw sales, I am #1. And Travis Scott is out here cheating, because Travis Scott, though he sold less physical albums than Nicki Minaj, what he did was, if you bought a ticket to see Travis Scott's show, that counts as an album sale. If you bought a hoodie, a Travis Scott merch, I'm buying a $150 Travis Scott hoodie, guess what? That counts as an album sale too. So whether I bought the album or not, you still get an album sale from me if I bought some Travis Scott stuff. And the crazy thing is that, let's say I buy a Travis Scott album, I buy the hoodie, and I buy the ticket, that counts as 3 sales for Travis Scott, even though I really only bought the album one time. So that's why Nicki Minaj was beefing with him, which makes sense. But is it cheating? Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Yo, so DMX been all over the news lately, like every single day this week. Like Sunday was Sunday service, Sunday he came out with Murder Beats on stage at Coachella. Monday I talked about Sunday service. Today's Tuesday. News just dropped that DMX is gonna star in a new movie called, well, he's not gonna star in a new movie, but he is gonna be in the new movie called Chronicles of a Serial Killer, right? Which is dope, right? So DMX, ever since he got out of jail, he's been like working, super booked, right? So the very first thing is, right? Well, he wasn't in jail for that long anyway. He was in jail for 1 year, and he was locked up for like tax evasion, right? And it was crazy because the judge was like, yo, DMX, I don't even want to put you in jail. Like, on some real shit. Like, just stay out of trouble. Like, don't get arrested. Don't get pulled over. Don't do no drugs. Like, so he was on probation. He had probation. But he pissed dirty, you know, it was some coke, a little bit of marijuana. You know what DMX be doing, right? So whatever, they put him in jail for 365 days, right? They let him out and he just hit the ground running, right? He's like, yo, I gotta get that bag. So he's doing like this whole 20-year tour, right? He's been running around every city, just touring, you know, performing, doing what he loves to do. And then everybody, they love seeing DMX. So it's all good, right? And then he came out at Coachella, which was a big move, right? He came out at Coachella twice, one with Murder Beats and the second time with Kanye West. And that was both dope, right? With Kanye West, he prayed. And then with Murder Beats, he actually started performing Rough Riders Anthem, right? So that was cool, right? So now, today, it's coming out that, you know, Chronicles of a Serial Killer, DMX is gonna play like one of the detectives that's actually like looking for the serial killer, which is fire, right? So he's just following like that Ice-T, you know, footsteps. Even though Ice-T came out with a song way back in the day, this was like before I was even born, in the 80s, might even been in the 70s, yo, Ice-T came out with that song, Cop Killer, and now Ice-T has been a cop on TV for like the last 20 years, right? But at this point, Ice-T is in his 60s, so whatever, right? And he's just an actor, well, he's a rapper, and an actor, and a pimp, so, you know. And then you had LL Cool J, who like plays like some cop on some CSI like kind of show or whatever like that. So now DMX is like following suit, and he's gonna be like this investigating cop or whatever like that on this Chronicles of a Serial Killer, which is cool, yo. Tara Reid is gonna be in it, and Tara Reid hasn't been in anything like in forever. And I actually, yo, she's 90s, you know what I'm saying? I love Tara Reid. I don't care what you say. Maybe I don't know why, but Tara Reid, that's my people's right there. You know what I'm saying? So DMX gonna be in there, Tara Reid's gonna be in there, and this is fire, yo. I mean, DMX used to act a lot back in the day, and he was like, I used to get $5 million per movie. You know what I'm saying? He was in that movie with Aaliyah. He was in that movie with Jet Li. You know, I think he didn't get Fast and Furious, but I think that he auditioned for Fast and Furious. So I think that this is where DMX needs to go, man. I mean, even if he comes out with music or not, you know what I'm saying? I just want him to be happy. I want him to be the legend that he is, and I want him to get like his just due and his just respect. And I think that this is fire that he's coming out in a movie. They haven't even started filming it yet, so once they film it, it's probably going to come out like in 2020 or something like that. But once that comes out, and if he does a good job, which, you know, I'm sure he will, they're going to probably cast him for other roles just like that, you know? He might fuck around and end up like in Training Day Part 17 or something, who knows? But all of this is fire, man, and this is some good ass news, yo. Let me know what y'all think about all this in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when I'm dropping a video. Shout out to notification gang, gang, gang. Y'all be on it. I'll drop a video and then delete the video 5 minutes later, and then y'all be like, yo, what happened to the video? Which is dope. I love shit like that. You know what I'm saying? JONNY Fastlane on Instagram and Twitter, and y'all already know what to do. Peace.